I thought it was time I better speak about the current situation here on my YouTube channel. I hadn't rushed to do it because I wanted to make sure that it was a measured, professional response. And what I've done in the meantime, I've been speaking to other professionals, investors, developers, builders and agents who have been around a long time and have seen a number of recessions as I have before. This one is completely different, of course, because it's dropped as like a stone, and I think hopefully it will come back as quickly. That's the thinking at the moment, is that there's an appetite and a will to help people, and I think once we allowed out of our houses again, people will start buying properties. That's if, of course, they have got a job. If it goes on too long, that won't happen, obviously. But from a domestic housing market, I think the signs are that everyone's going to be pretty sensible. I know one or two valuers have already mentioned the virus in their latest valuation reports, which is pretty unhelpful. And now they're not doing any valuations, by the way, apart from online. If you're not borrowing too much money, they will do a desk type valuation for you. But it's just important that everyone holds their nerve, keeps calm and moves forward. Different for commercial. I think commercial has got a lot more problems, and if you're looking to buy commercial, it could be a good time to do that in 6 months time or so. And there is a saying, never catch a falling knife. So I would at the moment be cautiously optimistic, as long as we don't end up in a depression, of course. But that wouldn't happen for a little while. A word on your tenants. A lot of them are going to be able to claim their rent back through the council. So I'm told. They've also been told by the government as well that they won't be evicted for 3 months, which isn't very helpful. We've had a lot of tenants who have already said they're not paying. Very difficult, but as I said before, we're just passing that really onto the banks and saying, look, we're not getting our rent, so we need that 3-month interest-free holiday, repayment-free holiday from yourselves. And most banks will, I think, be sensible on that one. And the government have spoken to them all. If they say they haven't done, they have done. They've been spoken to by the government and told to be sensible. So let's hope they are. Now, if you've got a property that you're looking to purchase at the moment, I'd be a little bit cautious. I'd probably put it on hold and see where things are going to go. If it's really cheap and small, I wouldn't be too concerned about that. If it's a bigger project, I certainly would be. I'd put it on hold. A number of agents, I was talking to Savills the other day. In fact, they rung me up very nicely from Norwich the other day. Were very nice to me and said, oh, I've got this property, John, you offered on it before, wasn't acceptable. The owners now want to sell. Will you have a deal with them? I said I would have a deal with them, but a lot less than what I was offering 2 months ago. So you do have to be careful at the moment. And if you're developing a site and you haven't bought the land yet, then again, I would just reassess it when things settle down. There's no rush in any of this. And with the auctions are very interesting at the moment. Auction House have got 8 auctions this week, actually. And I'm expecting a clearance rate of about 50%. That means that about 50% of the properties, I think, will sell at the auction, which is where we normally are in a recession. It's 70 to 80% in the good times, and in a recession, it's about 50%. If it's lower than 50%, that'll be even more interesting. I personally think it will be around 50%. Although, of course, we're online, which is a bit new to everyone. I'm nervous about bidding online. And I know a number of other people are probably as well. So I think we've just got to monitor that. There will be bargains. There probably are starting to be bargains in the auctions, but just be very careful. We don't know where this is all going to end yet. We think we know where we're going with it all. If it's a residential property that needs very little done to it, you can't really go too wrong. If it's a more sophisticated purchase, I would just be careful at the moment. if it needs converting into flats or something like that, or worse still, probably commercial, because goodness knows where commercial is going to end up. We just do not know at all. And I've got some commercial properties, and I've always, and I've had tenants already ring me say they can't pay the rent this quarter. So just be careful going forward at the moment. Anyone who says they know what's going to happen is a liar. We think we might know, but we don't know for definite. Remember that. And I look forward to speaking to you very soon.